What's up YouTube, Intricate Explorer here today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I go to new places, I explore them every other day basically. So today I'm actually at the Independence Church in near Kansas City, Kansas or Missouri. It's like around the state line or something. I'm just looking at my reflection. I actually need to fucking shave. I've been in my car for like 2 days and I just haven't even had a chance to shave. I'm gonna shave real fast. Holy fuck, it's fucking hot out, but that's much better. My face is perfectly toned. So today, I'm gonna talk about composition because I got here 3.5 hours early before sunset. And you're probably wondering what I'm gonna do in a hot church parking lot for 3.5 hours. And the answer is, I'm gonna go get a cool frame, figure out where exactly I'm gonna shoot this shot. So when the sun does go down, all I gotta do is snap the shot, boom, wait for the perfect lighting, clouds moment. It's gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna go walk around. We're gonna figure out how to make a perfect composition, cool shot. So let's go do it. Let's give you a little context for what this church actually looks like. So check this bad boy out. It's like something straight out of a fairy tale. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm basically just gonna walk around the building and see where there's good leading lines. So leading lines are any kind of line that exists within architecture, artificially, maybe a cement line, maybe an artistically made line, maybe it's actually a nature-driven line like a tree, anything that points to the subject. So the subject is gonna be the tip of the building. So that thing right up there, that's the subject. So for example, I'm gonna walk over here and look at it like this. So as you can see, this is a pretty good composition, except for it's not wide enough because it's cutting off the top. I want the entire scope of it in it. So if I turn it sideways, it starts to get a little bit better. As I back up more and more, I could start to see the full lines leading to the church. So let's talk about this. So these are lines leading to it. That's a line leading to it. Those flagpoles are pointing up and they're all going to the point. So say I were to frame it like this, it would actually look really nice right here because I could stand right there as a subject and I'd have a really good isolation of myself versus the backdrop. So for example, what I mean by that is I'll have a nice silhouette right there that you can clearly see is outlined as a person. If I were to, like, for example, stand right here in the lawn with like a dark shirt, you'd barely even be able to see that there's a person standing there. So you really want to make sure that person is clearly outlined. I'm actually gonna back up even further so that way I get these things in the shot because you don't want to cut things off. I want those in the shot. This is a little questionable. I'm not really sure about those tree branches. I might be able to edit those out later. I don't know. For now, I'm just gonna keep them there. And I think I might actually line up those flag poles right there perfectly straight and keep it like that. So also keep in mind that if you're posting this on Instagram, there's gonna be a square. You have to crop for a square. So I like to keep that in mind as well when I'm shooting these shots. So say I were to draw a line right here, that's probably where I would crop off this bottom square and it would just be a perfect square right there. Colorful sky right there. That's looking like it could be a really good composition. One thing I have to keep in mind with this shoot is that the sun is setting in the opposite direction of it. So the sun is actually setting over there, whereas the church is over here. So what I'm betting on the fact is that there's gonna be cool light, maybe an orangish glow reflecting off those reflector panels up there. And I can hopefully capture that in the shot. So I'm not gonna be shooting into the sun, so I don't have to really worry too much about the positioning of the sun. Also keep in mind that I was just doing that was 24 millimeters wide. So I also have a wider lens, 10 to 18 millimeter, which I'm gonna probably attach on and see if I can get some other different kinds of shots with it. So keep that in mind. So this is looking kind of good over here. The thing is there's this tree right here, which is blocking the pathway a little bit. But maybe if I were to turn it sideways like that, get that pole out of the shot, move over here a little bit. See, but those flags are kind of ruining my vibe. I don't like them. They're taken away from it. So maybe like that, but then you're not getting the full spectrum of the staircase, which is what makes it look so epic in the first place. So let's keep walking around and see what else we can do. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put on the 10 to 18 millimeter lens. This is gonna allow me to get a lot closer to the church, but also still capture how tall it is because it won't be cut off. All right, folks, welcome to my favorite lens of all time. 10 to 18 millimeters, Leoa, full fucking frame. This thing's a fucking beast. What I'm doing, it's actually on 10 millimeters right now. So see, now, look how much closer I can get to the church and still capture the full size of this thing. I'm literally on the staircase now, which before was cut off way back there. Next time I'll walk around this plaza a little bit. Look at that thing, it's so tall. So I could literally stand right, even if I put it this way, it looks fucking just epic. So I'm gonna scoot this back a little bit so I can get that in the shot and the edge of this. So, let's see, let's keep going back. So that's actually not a bad composition right there. I like how this is directly in the center. You either want things directly in the center or off to 1/3. So if I keep that centered perfectly, that'd be nice. Maybe I could stand somewhere over there, looking up at it. It's not the best spot to stand, which is what I don't like. All right, so I'm at the exact spot before as where I found that really nice first composition. So here's what it looks like, except on this really wide lens. Look at that, look how far away that is. It almost looks like smushed, like look at that. Now I'm gonna rewind it and take you back to the clip where I was talking about what it looks like from the other one so you can see what it looks like. Here's what that looks like. Now, can't you see the difference between those two? It's fucking insane. So, I'm gonna get a little bit closer and try and line up a frame that works with this wide of a lens. I'm looking at is this. I like how sharp and pointy this looks. It's a nice pop out from this, and it's some more leading lines to the subject right there. So say I were to frame it like this, crop right here for Instagram and stand right there, that's a pretty good subject because it makes this thing look really tall, it makes this thing look really pointy. Then if I'm standing there, it's a nice outline of that shape. So I'm really liking this composition. I'm probably gonna take a shot with each of those types of compositions when the sun goes down and basically just compare the two in post and see which one ends up looking the best. All right, so now that I've got that figured out, now I have about 3 hours until the sun starts going down. I'm gonna arrive here about a half hour, 45 minutes before the sun goes down. I'm gonna go upload a video, do some editing, maybe drink a bunch of fucking water or soda or something because I'm so fucking thirsty right now. I'm literally like famished talking to you guys right now. Also, fun fact, I would totally go inside the church if I could, but it's closed right now. Found a nice little McDonald's right down the street with some Wi-Fi. Gonna do some work for the next like 2 hours. Just about sunset right now. You can see it peeking through the clouds over there. I'm gonna head back to the church and start getting the shot all lined up. Right back where we started a few hours ago. Check that out. Got the sun like reflecting right off the top of that. It's gonna be dope. Unfortunately, there's not a single cloud in the sky. It's so fucking hot today. I'm really digging this composition I have lined up right here. So basically I have the tree branches included inside the shot. So it fills up a little bit of that blank sky where there's no clouds or anything. So hopefully it adds a little bit more detail to it. There's also a ton of birds flying by, so I'm trying to capture them in the shot. Another thing you can do, as long as you tell people that you're doing it, is you can add like a composite. So you can get little birds and basically Photoshop them into the shot to add that little sense of helping people see what was actually happening there. All right, I know technically I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm like 90% sure I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm gonna load up a drone shot anyway because it's just like when you get to fly a fucking drone around a church that's like pointed like that, ever. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. That one was really fucking fun, especially those drone shots end to end. It was like, what the fuck. Announcement, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by January, so drop me a subscribe, tell everybody you know. I'm not kidding, like don't leave one person out.